Our vehicle was out of commission. I was walking past and Gypsy's son was with a small little girl and he was on the bus, and the little girl and Gypsy's son were walking away from the bus and the guy remained on the bus, and that's when I recognized his face. That's the only time I ever saw his face, was within like the last month or so, or a couple weeks.
Do you know how long he stayed during that a couple months ago?
No, we try to just avoid them at all costs.
Okay.
Until they, bother us.
Okay, but so the last time you saw him was a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
And he was here for a few days?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything strange about him or anything that stood out?
There's something strange about the whole household. The entire household is very, very strange.
How about him?
He is birds of a feather with akin to them. So they are just, nudist drug abusers, and that's who gravitates toward them.
And the children who live there seem to be underage or under 18.
I'm not sure how old they are.
Okay.
And Trisha, again, what do you say their politics are?
I'm not sure. I would imagine that they're more left-leaning because of their support for the gay community and for for other people, but it is now I'm not sure what way they lean because
they have the flag, the LGBT flag with the pot.
Yeah.
So.
But any signs of anti-Semitism?
They are completely unhinged, so I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah.
Nothing that they believe in aligns with their actions. So they'll say that they are, pro Black lives, and then they'll call the police on Black people.
Mm-hmm.
And so they don't stand by, their actions don't stand by their words.
So some paranoid behavior, it sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
They're
almost
very
some
skeptic.
psychotic behavior too?
Yes.
Okay.
Was that also demonstrated when David was the president, or was that times when
Yeah, it's never changed how they've acted.
David acted the same way?
From what I saw of him, he's never approached me or my partner at all. But I've just seen him helping out around the house with yard work, and then I saw him living on the bus. I've never even heard him speak.
Did you know his name, or you just recognized his picture?
I didn't recognize his name, but I also don't know the name of the kids either.
Okay, you just recognized his picture from today.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
That is him.
We think he's the father of some of them, or do we?
Not sure at all, but if he is, their mom told me that there was abusive nature in their father. So if it is him, then he has abused his own children.
What's your full name, please?
I can't. I don't want to
Just
share
Trish,
that.
those? Fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're...
Okay, so it makes sense that Paul Pelosi was in his underpants. He's at home. It's early in the morning. But why was the assailant in his underpants? And what if the assailant said, "Where's Nancy?" Not because he was after Nancy Pelosi, but he wanted to make sure she was not home. And how did they both get hammers? And how did Paul Pelosi get away? Bathroom break to make the 911 call. And why did Paul Pelosi tell the police that he knew the guy? His name was David, and he was, quote, a friend. My conclusion? This guy, the assailant, is either a sex partner or a male prostitute, and this is a sexual rendezvous that went sideways.
Somebody dies, a tragedy happens, we got the jokes written that day, right? Old Paul Pelosi got hammered in his house last night. Now, which sounds funny because Paul Pelosi's been getting hammered in his house or wherever, driving down the street in Napa for years. But they caught the dude in his underwear. Did y'all hear this? They apprehended his assailant in his underwear. He's a radical nudist. What's a radical nudist? Like I need to get naked so bad that, what does that look like? Like I'm gonna throw my dick in your face. I'm a radical nudist. You're gonna feel the presence of my balls. All inches matter. What is a radical nudist? But anyway, apparently they both had a hammer. And Paul, it sounds like a lover's quarrel to me. We'll see what comes out. Well, I mean, he did rear end a dude in Napa. Seems like a trend. And it's in San Francisco, so you do the math. Of course, San Francisco would have a radical nudist.
It looks like Paul Pelosi was assaulted by his late night mail visitor who was wearing nothing but underwear at 2:30 in the morning with a hammer after being caught by the police, who were called by the housekeeper who didn't know that Paul Pelosi had a visitor. And now Democrats and mainstream media is trying to kill two birds with one stone by, one, covering up this late night tryst where the husband of the Speaker of the House was having an affair with a young man, and also blaming this on Donald Trump, Trump supporters, and Republican rhetoric a couple weeks before an election.